Good morning. So, our last online video for a while, hopefully. Today we are doing graphing functions. We started on Monday. I sent a video out on Monday showing you how to graph a linear function, which means that when you are drawing the function on the xy axis, it is a straight line. And that's what we went over in Wednesday's live class. Today, we are going to be graphing quadratic functions. So quadratic means that it has a little squared in it. We were solving quadratic equations just before Christmas and afterwards. So this is us graphing a quadratic function, which looks very similar to an equation, which is handy. So let's have a look at the question. So the question says, complete the table on the right and draw a graph of the function f of x equals x squared minus 4. In the domain, that just means using the numbers from minus 3 up to 3. Okay, see all this fancy in the domain minus 3 less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 3. That just means we're going to put the numbers starting at minus 3 and going up to 3. We're going to put all those numbers into the function here, okay? And we're going to see what we get out of it. And then we're going to get a load of coordinates, which is what we were doing on Monday. And then we'll draw those coordinates, those little dots. We'll draw them on our xy axis, the one I have below. And then we will draw a graph. So let's get going. Let's do this. So I have, the first one is minus 3, and I'm substituting that in for x. So that's minus 3, and it's squared, minus 4. So minus 3 squared means minus 3 multiplied by minus 3. That's a minus by a minus, so it's going to be a plus. And 3 by 3 is 9. So that's 9 minus 4, which is 5. Okay? If you're lost, what I'm doing is minus 3 squared minus 4 minus 3 multiplied by minus 3. That's what minus 3 squared is. That gives me 9. Minus 4 is 5. Okay? And so our couple is minus 3 and 5. And you can go ahead and you can put that on the xy axis straight away if you want. So I'll go out to minus 3 and I go up to 5 and I draw a dot. Oh, why is that not staying? So I go up to minus 3 and 5. There we go. And that's our first coordinate. So the next one, minus 2 squared minus 4. So minus 2 squared is minus 2 multiplied by minus 2, which is 4. And 4 minus 4 is 0. So it's minus 2 and 0. So go out to minus 2 and do that. So minus 2 and 0, perfect. And then minus 1 squared minus 4. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 is a minus by a minus, so it's a plus. I'll do that out here. Minus 1 squared minus 4. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 is plus, and it's 1 by 1, which is 1. Minus 4, that's minus 3. So we have minus 1, minus 3. So go out to minus 1 and down to minus 3. That's our next dot. Now, next is 0. So we put in 0 squared minus 4. 0 squared is just 0. So we end up with minus 4. So it's 0 minus 4. So 0 and then down to minus 4. And now we have 1 squared minus 4. 1 squared is 1 multiplied by 1, which is just 1. And that's minus 4, so that's minus 3. So that's 1 minus 3. Notice something there? Oh, look, those are level, aren't they? So 2 squared minus 4. 2 by 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So that's 2 and 0. So there we go. 2 and 0. And finally, 3 squared minus 4. 3 by 3 is 9. Minus 4 is 5. So 3 and 5. So up out to 3 and up to 5. Now, On Monday, we were drawing straight lines. This is a quadratic equation. And quadratic equations, quadratic functions, pardon me, a quadratic function when you're drawing a graph is not a straight line. It is a curve. And I'm just going to use a different color. And the curve goes like this. It goes from here down to here and then back up to there. Like that. I'm not particularly happy with that. I think I can do better. If I turn my iPad sideways, I can probably draw one better. Yes. So that is the curve that you get from a quadratic function. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 more questions in an attachment to the Google Classroom post, and I want you to do those 2 questions. They are going to be the same as this. The function may be written differently. So the function may be written like this. It might be written fx dash x squared minus 4x or something like that. So this will be written differently, but the quadratic will look very similar to this one here. And you're going to have to put in numbers just like we did with these numbers and do out a graph just like this, and then quickly sketch out an XY axis. Don't overcomplicate it. Do it really roughly, and you'll be getting points, something like this. And then you draw your line. You draw your curve. It's called parabola. Okay. So that's what I want you to do for homework. I want you to do the graph and draw out, do the table, which is this bit up here. Do the table so I can see you calculating out the couples, the coordinates, and then do the graph. And if you do this, we'll have a head start on next week, because this is what we're going to be doing next week. All right, have a great weekend.